Hello and welcome to our next session of the Digital We Days. My name is Vivian Neuberger and I will moderate this webinar today. The topic is Stay One Click Ahead, Digital Design In and Procurement Tools from Würth Elektronik. I would also like to welcome Moritz Scelle. He is Go-to-Market Manager from our e-business department. Design in, procurement and simulation. Digital tools can streamline your workflow, but how do they integrate into your daily routine? Let's explore the possibilities. Stage is yours.
Thank you, Vivian. Also, very warm welcome from my side to the session Stay One Click Ahead, Digital Design In and Procurement. Our world is getting more and more complex. Speed is raising up in private lives, but also in business lives, and we are facing more and more challenges which can be maybe solved also in a digital way. Therefore, I would love to take you on a journey. The journey is mainly your journey during your daily life. It's the project phases you are facing when you are trying or when you are designing new applications. So you can see in total 6 different phases, from project initiation and planning to development and design, prototyping, validation, pre-production, qualification, mass production and procurement, and lifecycle management. In the analog world, we are serving those 6 steps or 6 milestones on your side already with our sales reps or our IDM sales departments, which are giving you feedback on all kind of questions, which can help you in the design-in phase, but as well in the procurement phase. Our target of the e-business team is now to transfer this analog world also into a digital manner, what means that we have different kind of products and tools, solutions, which we can provide to you to make your life a little bit easier. You can see the design phase curve at the bottom with digital design in, digital procurement and digital design in. And in the red box, for example, are all of the tools written which we already have today, which can serve you and which can enable you to make a faster and easier design in. For example, we have RedExpert, which is our already 10-year-old simulation platform where you as a design-in engineer can do some simulations. We have our partner platforms with which we are cooperating to ensure that the data existing in the World Wide Web are properly, so you can rely on the data and you can use the data for your design-in phase. We have EDA libraries, we have modeling twins, modeling and digital twins. Data creating part in our e-business department, which is then serving the other e-business digital design in tools like RedExpert. But we also have digital procurement tools like our online catalog. We have a user profile, we have MyWE, API and EDI, we have a website chat. And all of those tools will be part of the following presentation. So I will dive deeper into the solution. The journey will be the same. We will start with digital design in tools and then come to the digital procurement tools. And the target is to give you a brief overview of what we are already providing to you as in our online world, besides our sales reps and our IDM teams. First of all, I would love to give you a short introduction to our WEID, which is giving all of our online tools where login is needed the proper frame. So it's a single sign-on solution. What does it mean for you? You only need a one-time registration and you can access all of our tools, for example, MyWE and RedExpert, but for sure also all of our future tools will use the WEID for a single sign-on solution. It was implemented with the go live of MyWE, and for today, as mentioned, MyWE and RedExpert are the tools you can use, but more to come for sure within the next months. As mentioned, it's a single sign-on access. What means for you, it's for sure time saving, so you don't need to register to the tool variety. You can use one login for all. You have a faster access because only one email and one password, which also means you have less passwords at the end. It's one. We have one centralized authentication and user administration, which will ensure that your user data is safe on our side. We have one common user data source, which also means that doesn't matter which tool you are using, the data of yours in the background is the same, and it's easier for you to navigate through the different tools. One tool where we use the WEID is, as mentioned, our Red Expert, which is already established quite well in the market, over 10 years of experience. It was the first tool we've implemented as a digital tool, and it's the one which is used the most on today. What is Red Expert? The target of Red Expert is to make the engineer's life easier. So we have an easy access through a user-friendly design, which you can see on the right side. There is also an improved design on the website where it's quite easy for you to navigate, and also there is no need for installing anything. You can use it in the web browser. We have the product search, which is quite easy, so you can use one of the tools. In the case of the screenshot, we have current sense transformers. You can use the navigation system or the filtering system to directly find the part you are looking for, so you can narrow down the search and you can select the parts which are interesting for you. All the data in the behind is application-specific simulation, so there is not any dry data sheet. Real measurements out of our laboratories are made, and the curves you can see are based on them, so under real condition and not any mathematic schematics in the background. We have different kind of selectors, for example, the DC-DC converter or AMI filters, where you all can find a proper part for your application with just a few clicks, which saves you time and increases your precision during development. So you can save time afterwards when we are helping you by finding the right product already in the digital phase of the design in. And what is quite unique, Red Expert is from engineers for engineers. You will feel that when you use it, because there is not much or there's not any kind of marketing slogans or advertisement. All things you can see is made for engineers, poor figures to poor simulations, so it makes your life easier to select the right part and have an easier design in. Base for Red Expert is, as mentioned, our modeling team. The core principle for our modeling is that this is based all on real measured data and not any hypothetical background. So we provide accurate and fast component models. This is also something we are improving every day. So when we have a model, we are testing it and it's validated, and for sure it will be also rechecked after a certain time to ensure that it's still state of the art. The application models are vital to determine the best product in the real application. So at the end, it's for you to have it to base your product selection decision at the end on data which is reliable and where you don't see in the laboratory later when you do your EMV testing that it was not properly shown. This modeling is based for our Red Expert, but for sure we also use those data in our website or online catalog, and we are also using it for our partner platforms, which is the next part. Because we are not only working on own solutions, we are also partnering with the industry, because one of our core topics is that we want to provide the data to you where it's needed and not where we would love to have it. And at the end, the partner platforms, so you can see some of them on the slide with which we are cooperating, that they are also connected to our databases and are showing the proper data and not any data they are crawling in the internet. So we have on the right side our mainly ECAD model platforms like SnapEDA or Ultra Librarian, and we have on the left side mainly lifecycle platforms like Silicon Expert. I think I would guess you know them even better than I do, but our target is to have all of the platforms available and connected to our database to ensure that you are getting the data you are looking for on a proper base. what's in for you, what's in for us, as already mentioned, when we are cooperating with the partner platforms, our main target is to provide you reliable and consistent information. So there is no difference if you use our online catalog or Red Expert. You can also use our partner platforms. There is no difference in the data quality. It's for you an easy access because Altium, for example, is something you are already using in your daily life, and you don't need to change any behavior. So you can just still use Altium, and you still can rely on the data which is shown and downloadable for you in this case. We have accurate, up-to-date data. All of the platforms I just showed you are connected via API to our databases. So we have kind of a real-time data exchange to all of them. So if something is changing on our end, it's also changed on their end. On the right side, it's the one marketing topic I wanted to put into the presentation, because this is kind of the wrap up of the first part of the presentation. It's a design in, and you are always welcome to, it doesn't matter if you use Red Expert or our catalog directly, to use our cost-free design in support with the samples. Speaking about the second part of the presentation, digital procurement, we will start with MyWE. So we are now going from design in phase to procurement phase. So when we are when our focus is shifting a little bit, and the first tool we have implemented, which went live 1.5 years ago, is MyWE. The target of MyWE was to provide to our customers in one overview a proper overview of what are topics going on with electronic at the moment. So we define 4 different main functionalities. We have shipment tracking on the, you can see all of those on the screenshot. Shipment tracking is the one at the top. We have order processing, we have an article list, and we have knowledge. And as mentioned, the main target was to provide to design-in engineers, but as well to procurement and buyers, an always up-to-date information level. We are still working on MyWE, so we are implementing from time to time new functionalities. One of those are, for example, stock and stock trend for standard articles. So this is something which might be interesting for you. We are showing our live stock on MyWE, where you can see how many parts are available, but you can also do a stock trend for the future, where you can see what are incoming goods. So is there more stock incoming and stuff like that. We have shipment tracking, so we have every shipment which is leaving our warehouse into your destination is shown in the top, and with live tracking updates, so you can see directly if there is any delay on the shipment, or if a new shipment will arrive at your destination soon. Then the OPH widget is giving you the chance to place inquiries, but also orders, and you will always see if there is a new offer from our side or order confirmation. Offers can be easily transferred to an order with just a few clicks, so your order management is seamless and quite easy and much faster. You can manage your custom article numbers on MyWE as well. So the communication between our inside sales and on your side is easier, and you both have the same level of or data level, the same data shown at the end. And one thing, I've just mentioned it at the beginning, we have the analog world. We still have our the target that we have our sales rep with the IDMs, with the inside sales teams supporting you every day. And that's why we wanted to connect our digital world with the analog world. And that's why we always show the right contact person on MyWE to you. So for every process, you will see just with a few clicks the IDM who is responsible for you for this process. For MyWE, I think there's a short survey popping in, where you can, I'm not sure if we have done it for Red Expert, but I just forgot to mention, where it would be nice if you could participate, which is helping us to improve the tool in the future as well. coming from a quite manual customer platform, going to a customer API, which is much more automized system. What's an API? API is an application programming interface. So it's an interface between two software systems. You can see it in the schematic how it's working on a theoretical base. So you can connect your ERP system or database via a custom API with our WE database. Therefore, it's quite easy, I would say, if you know, or if your company does know API. This is a matter of a few working hours where the connection can be done, and afterwards you can upload, for example, your BOM list. This BOM list will be enriched with our data, and we will give back to you all kind of data for the parts included in the BOM list, for sure, only for our parts. How this will look like in a JSON form on the right side, that you get a feeling about how many or how much data we are speaking. It's quite a lot. So we have all of our article information in there, but we are also having, for example, the current stock level, future stock level, data sheet information as mentioned, and we also have negotiated annual prices or component prices in the API. So if your company is already working with API and you didn't knew till now that the Würth Elektronik is also providing API, yes, we do, and we can also gain some benefits. So for you, it's more efficient and cost saving. There is no need anymore to write any emails to our sales rep or to the inside sales team. It's a streamlined process and a fast workflow. They are always up-to-date data, so you get the data in a few seconds. So all about stock or product information, so no outdated data anymore on your side. Through this, you will have better decisions. Insights into our availability, lifecycle, and compliance for smarter planning will be the base for you for future procurements. And we have flexible and scalable integration. So there is one connection needed, and with this connection, you can do thousands of requests a day just to check our stock, for example. Then there is a coming soon. We know that you are also working with some of our partners like Luminovo and BOM Connector, which are third-party services. We are also working at the moment on an RP 2.0 version. So it's a new version of the API I just showed you. And with this base, we will be also able to serve you through Luminovo, BOM Connector, and CalcuQuote. For sure, there are many more to come. SupplyFrame, Basesoft, and so on are all companies we will work with as soon as the RP 2.0 is available, which will be end of the year, beginning of next year, so that there is no need for you to have a technical expert by connecting API to Würth Elektronik. It's easier for you and the same data in the future. For the API, there should be a quick survey as well. Would be great if you just fill it out and let us know how do you use API right now and maybe also in the future. Then we have the last topic. This is EDI. EDI is something we have since years, but it's not very well known. To be honest, it's also a quite old technology. It's established in the 16th by the US Army, but it's transferred to a standard in the automotive industry, and it's now used especially by bigger companies which are trying to have a high standardization in the product transfer. So EDI is an electronic standardized exchange of business documents between companies. We are also providing the main documents like orders, order confirmation, order change, delivery note, invoice, and forecast. And EDI is especially for those companies interesting where we have a high frequency of exchange. So when you have many orders a year, when you have many invoices or delivery notes a year, it might make sense to speak with us about EDI, because we are connecting, as you can see on the right-hand side, your ERP system with our ERP system, and there is no need anymore to put an PDF to an email and transfer it to your inside sales contact person. It's just system to system. We are checking what we received and then we can confirm to you the delivery, for example. So we can lower the costs. We have fewer errors to no copy and paste processes anymore. We have a faster and easier communication because you can concentrate on the really main things. For example, in 2010 we had an allocation. We will have allocations in the future as well. And in those times it makes sense to have a high standardized process for standard processes like placing an order shouldn't be something special. Therefore we can use EDI. And we have a simple and seamless collaboration. So it's a quick setup and then a smooth integration. It's also a one-time setup if nothing is changing, and it's mainly known in the market. So it's nothing too fancy. So I hope I gave you a good overview of what we are providing to you in the digital design-in phases, but also in digital procurement. And maybe there were some questions in the chat. Otherwise, I'm saying thank you.
Yes, thank you, Moritz, for your interesting presentation. Quick information for you, the handout is now available and you can download it. And now we will turn our attention to the questions that came in via the chat. So, first question. Can I also order sample via Red Expert?
Yes, for sure. So you can order samples via Red Expert or our online catalog. It's quite an easy process to select, filter the part and then put it into the basket and check out.
Okay, thank you for that. Then next question. A question about my WE. Do my colleagues see the same information as I do?
Also, yes. So in MyWE, the database background is the same for every login. So if you or a colleague of you is logging in, we will connect you to your company account and all of the orders, offers, deliveries are the same. So that there is synchronized information on your side.
Okay. And then there is one question left. How do I get an API or EDI connection?
There are two ways possible. The one is to contact your sales representative in the field. And the second one is to visit the websites we are having online where you can just fill out a form.
Okay, thank you. So now we are finished with our webinar. If there are any questions left, we will answer them afterwards. And yeah, thank you very much for your time and thank you very much for your attention. I hope you enjoyed our webinar. Yes. Thank you and bye.
Thank you.